What's up, my fellow creatives, my fellow writers, and my fellow procrastinators from the land of procrastination? I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Hey, thank you for chiming in to the channel again today. And once again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, especially subscribe, because that's what's going to keep me going. All right. We have an interesting topic today, and I am definitely looking forward to going over it with you guys. Hey, what's going on, people? So many of us have full-time jobs outside of the world of writing, including myself. And me and some of my other writing friends, we all come up with the same excuses day in and day out. We blame our jobs, and we make our jobs the reason as to why we cannot write those books we've been wanting to write for a very long time. And I say very long time because there is literally a book idea that I have had since 2018 that I have still not completed. So yes, a very long time. But that is fine because I came up with a solution. All right, I am also a film producer, a screenplay writer, and in the world of film, when we don't have budgets that equate to the amounts of $1 million and up, we utilize what we got. That is the saying, utilize what you got. All right, so I am taking that idea and I am shifting it over to the world of writing books. All right, so we have to practice the idea of utilizing what we got and stop blaming your job and actually use your job. Let me tell you what I mean by that. All right, so recently, well, let's back up. Let me tell you what I do for work. So currently, I am the guy that goes to the hospitals, medical centers, funeral homes, and a number of different other places, and I pick up medical waste. Medical waste that includes used blood, urine, fecal matter, used needles, any used instruments from surgeries, amputated parts, yes, amputated parts, arms, legs, hips, knees, thighs, ears, anything that you can think of, pretty much. I pick this stuff up. All right. The people, they from the hospitals and med centers and funeral homes, they place these items in these red biohazard bins, and I come and I load those bins on my truck and I bring them to a transfer station in my city, and then I load them onto a semi, and these items get shipped off to Detroit. I'm from Michigan, by the way, to Detroit. And from there, they get placed in this really big machine that gets turned up to the temperature of hell, literally hell. Yes, it gets that hot. And essentially, all of these things melt. It's weird to think about, but that is what happens. I never knew that that is how medical places dispose of body parts and other things of that nature. But through this job, I have learned that. And it is creepy, crazy, and just insane to think about.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
All right, so anyways, that is what I do for work. Now, some might call that interesting. At first, I didn't think it was. At first, I just thought it was stinky. It was horrible, especially when it's hot. Ugh, who wants to touch that stuff? I worried about catching certain diseases, certain rashes on my body. I just had so many different worries until I stopped blaming my job from stopping me from writing. And I thought about using my job to help me right. Let me tell you what I mean by that. So, my current book that I am working on, I'm not going to say the name because I'm bouncing between like 3 to 5 different names right now. It's crazy. But my current book that I'm working on, the main character has a huge dilemma, okay? Somebody in his family gets kidnapped, and the reason why the family member gets kidnapped is because his entire family is heavily involved in drug dealing, okay? So as you could imagine, there are many different people that are out to get this family, okay, or get what this family has. So anyways, this family member gets kidnapped, and the people that kidnap the family member, they are requiring a ransom to get this family member back, okay? And the ransom price is so astronomical that the drug money that this family has won't even fit the bill, okay? So this main character has to do something drastic, all right? So on top of selling drugs, guess what? This main character's front full-time job is, you guessed it, he is the guy that picks up this medical waste, okay? So he goes from hospital to hospital, med center to funeral home, and he picks up these red bins with these parts and other stuff in it. And that is what he does as a front for full-time work outside of selling drugs. So he has the bright idea to use his job as another side hustle and intertwine it with his current hustle of selling drugs. So typically, people that sell drugs are not really good people to hang out with. They don't really come from a good crowd, right? So as you can imagine, some of these people are not only drug dealers, but they're also cold-blooded killers. So guess what? This main character has the bright idea to approach some of these people and ask them, hey, do you have any bodies that you need to dispose of? Because I know exactly how you can do it without a trace. So, of course, this main character builds up a list of clients, and he gets to work. It's crazy. These cold-blooded killers hand off these bodies to this guy, and he does what he has to do to fit the bodies in these bins. And for doing so, these cold-blooded killers pay this guy astronomical amounts. I'm talking like $20,000 to get rid of just one body. So being in the bind that this character and his family is in, of course, without even thinking about it, he's like, I do this shit every day anyway. Why not make money for it? So that is an example of how you can utilize your job and other things that you do on a daily basis and literally create stories out of it or out of them. Okay, so I know that was kind of a gross and sick story, and it's not the complete story, it's only part of the story, but I just wanted to give you guys an example of how I kind of changed my mindset, right? Instead of waking up every day and saying, I hate my damn job, I don't want to go to work, it's killing my writing time, blah, 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 blah. I decided to figure out how I can actually use the things that I do in my job and create a hell of a story out of it. And so far, it is turning into be something that I never would have imagined it being. It is crazy. The words are flowing, and I am having a really good time writing this story right now. So hey, I just wanted to hit you guys with that idea. if you're stuck and you have a full-time job like I do outside of writing, don't get discouraged. Sit down and literally write an outline and come up with a few ideas on how you can use that job, how that job can benefit you as a writer. All right, because sometimes the best stories are literally sitting right in front of us, and we just can't see them because our minds are thinking so negatively. Okay, so hey, that's something that worked for me. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Hopefully you guys are able to sit down and turn things around as well, and hopefully that works for you too. Hey, in the comments below, let me know what you do for work, and let me know if there is some type of way where you can take your current full-time job and turn it into a story that you never would have even thought of just by thinking differently. All right, guys, I wanted to keep the video short today, but hey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, especially subscribe to the channel, because that's what's going to keep me growing and that's what's going to keep me going.